Hello and welcome to my channel. This is the first video for my channel doing Sims things. I am Squid Sims, my real name is Morgan, and I'm so happy that you're here. Just to give you a little intro about me, I have been playing The Sims for about 12 years and I love building in The Sims, I love gameplay, I love it all. I've played all of the Sims games, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I just absolutely love the whole franchise and just everything about it. So I would love if you stuck around. So go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Today I'm just going to be walking you through my save that I have actually been working on for, I don't know, maybe a few months now. But I really wanted to do a save of my own that, ooh, whoops, I hit the microphone. I really wanted to make like my own save of the whole game and all of the worlds that I have so that I can copy it when I want to play a new game, because let's be honest, like some of those base game worlds and some of those base game families, like they are just crusty, and I just wanted to put my own little twist on everything, and I really wanted to challenge myself to rebuild all of the lots in the worlds that I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go into my game. I'm just gonna show you around in some of the builds that I've done up until this point, and I'm gonna take a little bit of time to just kind of show you, that way you can kind of get like a vibe of my building style and everything. I'll show you some of the families that I've created and some of the Sims that I've created, and okay, so I'm gonna jump into Magnolia Park first because this is one of my favorite builds that I ever did. So let's jump in there. Alright, so we are in Magnolia Park, and I apologize, my keyboard is very loud, so if you hear noises from my keyboard, I apologize. But so this is the Magnolia Park. Obviously it does look like a little bit similar, but I did build this, and I actually can't remember if I built the actual building or if it was just the building that I got from the gallery and everything else I changed. So I apologize for that, but it is definitely one of my favorite ones that I've done. So it just looks a little bit better in my opinion. There's definitely some other items from other packs, like as you can see here, I use the toddler pack, and I do that in pretty much every one of the parks that I build. Also some pet stuff, so from cats and dogs. And then yeah, I like to update these, you know, base game worlds especially, but in every world, just to like fit my gameplay a little bit better, and just to make them, in my opinion, look a little bit nicer and a little bit more modern. And you have to remember this game came out like a long time ago, so some of it is just kind of outdated. So yeah, so I put a little wedding arch in here, little kitchen obviously, and then, you know, this kind of thing. Okay, so I'm not going to show every single one in detail like this, but I just wanted to give you kind of a little idea of what my style is, and show you some of my favorite builds that I've done in this save. And once it's all finished, I will upload it so that it can be downloaded. But yeah, so I did redo all of these. These are not very different from what they were originally, just because like I wanted to keep kind of the same feel, but I just made like the outside look a little bit better. A lot of these buildings are like really big and didn't have much in them, so I kind of tried to fix that. But this I actually made into a restaurant, and I think the name of the restaurant I just like randomized like an Italian restaurant name, and like I looked it up on Google or something. So I'll show you that. Alright, so this is the Nona Italian Eatery. It's an Italian restaurant, and I don't remember if I don't think this is all base game. I mean, clearly it's not, because dine out, you know, you have to have dine out to have a restaurant. Personally, I don't love restaurants in The Sims, just because of how laggy they are, but this is the restaurant. So I just took this old building and I just turned it into a restaurant because I felt like the world needed one. So these are just the dining rooms. Oh, that's cute. Little well, butternut squash soup. Okay, great. So they serve butternut squash soup here at this restaurant if you're interested. Little bar, piano, and then just like a little, little walkway area. Yeah, I just think it's really cute. And like I said, I think the world really needed a restaurant. And this is definitely not like my best work. I did this pretty early on in doing this save because I did start with Willow Creek, so but it kind of keeps the same like vibe that the building had originally. So let's go into this one that I actually built myself. I bulldozed. Actually, I don't think there was a lot on this. I don't think there was a house on this lot. I think it was just an empty lot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I built this one all by myself and I was very proud. Little disclaimer, I am not the best builder for sure. Like, I just really enjoy doing it, and I have been told by a couple of my friends who play The Sims that I'm pretty good. So I also have an Instagram page. It's just squid.sims, spelled exactly how it is here on YouTube, and you should check that out. I post a lot of pictures from the builds that I do there. So yeah, so this is Bargain Bend, which, like I said, I think this was an empty lot. No, I could be wrong, but this is the house that I built here on the Bargain Bend lot. And almost like all the outside stuff is base game. I do a few base game only builds, but because I have all the packs and because this is a save that I want to use like particularly for my gameplay, I did use like all the packs that I had in a lot of them. So I'll just show you around, but some of them are limited. Just turn the grid off here. So this, okay, does anyone else have this problem when they click on the floor, you like grab the rug and you don't mean to? I alt place a lot of my rugs and then I'll grab it and then it'll just like snap to the grid, and I don't want that to happen. I do this like every single time I open the game. Never fails. But yeah, this is actually one of my favorite builds that I've done. It's a family home, which I love, and I know that a lot of simmers do this kind of build. This is the kitchen, little dining room. Can I just say, like, that plant that they added to the base game from when they worked with the CC creators, like 10 out of 10, honestly. And then when you go upstairs, you have the parents' bedroom, which is relatively small, and then little patio with what is happening here? Okay, well, the roof is glitching. Sorry about that. But little patio with some planter pots. Wow, just totally forgot what those are called. A little toddler room, and then a twin boys room. And it really looks like I used a lot of Dream Home Decorator, Eco Lifestyle, Parenthood, and the base game, really. I feel like, I mean, there's a few cats and dogs things too, but and this is just the backyard. It's pretty simple. I mean, there's nothing crazy to it, but I just really like the shape of this house. I live in Tennessee, which I guess I should probably tell you more about myself, but I currently live in Tennessee. I'm from Michigan originally, and you see a lot of these types of houses here in Tennessee, and honestly even in Michigan too. So, oh, whoops. Let's pretend you didn't see that. That's still the wrong spot. Okay, oopsie, sorry about that. Glad I opened this. For those of you who did not catch that, that window was white and all the other windows are brown, so it's great. But what I was saying was a lot of the houses that I'm used to look a lot like this, so I really like it. I think it turned out really cute, and I think it fits into this world really nicely. So here we are in Oasis Springs. I did redo a lot of these. I just finished these, and honestly this was such a struggle because Spanish colonial, no idea what I'm doing there, and also modern houses are not my vibe, so just I'm sorry, I guess. But some of these actually I think turned out really well, so I'm just going to show you some of the ones that I do like. I did redo the land grab house, as you see. It's still just not my favorite though. It still to me kind of looks like 3 boxes just like taped together, but I'm just going to ignore that. So I'm going to show you this one, which is actually really fun. It's a multi-family home, and I think it would work a little bit easier if you have the roommate system from university, like to do roommates. That way you don't have like all 3 families in one household. but in order to in order to put like the Sims that I wanted in there, I just put them all in the same household and then moved them in and then locked the doors for each of them. So yeah, I mean, you can do either one, but I think the gameplay would be a little bit easier if you were using the roommate system. So these are the trailers that I built, and I actually think they're so funny and just like so realistic, honestly. Like, I remember when I was younger, we lived ooh, whoops. Wow, okay. I remember when I was younger and we lived like kind of down the street from a trailer park that just reminds me so much of this, and it was just kind of grody and crusty, and that's kind of the vibe I was going for. As you can see, there is food on there, which I think just adds to the essence of this whole lot. But yeah, so I made 3 trailers, and then this is supposed to be like a main office kind of trailer, and then the grody pool. But let me show you inside. This took forever, by the way, and a lot of debug objects that I used in this house, but I used the nasty counters, and I just thought it was like really cool for gameplay. This lady has like a million cats, and so I added a lot of like paw prints, and there's just like no TV for some reason, like kind of adding to like weirdness of her and her vibe. And then this is more of like a family. They have a son or a daughter, or I actually don't remember. I think it's a daughter. But yeah, like I used the debug mattresses and just all of that, and I like tilted some of which, to be honest, like when I furnish things, I don't typically put that much detail into them, but I just thought for this build, like I had to, like you can't not. So, and the just like little main office area, there's computers and bookshelf in here and mailboxes. So anyway, that is one of my favorite builds I've done just because of the detail that I put into it. I thought it was really fun. So, all right, here is the next build I want to show you. I actually just finished this one a little while ago, and I think in this video I'm just gonna go through the base game worlds just to kind of again give you a vibe of okay, I need to stop saying vibe. I just give you a feel of what kind of builds I like to do. I believe this one is oh, I thought it was a rental. I guess it's not. Okay, so it is a residential. It is a residential house. Did I turn the grid off? Yes, okay. Does anyone else turn the grid off? Recently I've been turning the grid off a lot, and I actually like find it really annoying when it's on now. I don't know. Okay, so I pulled a photo of a house like this from Pinterest, and I absolutely loved it, so I built it in The Sims. These lights from Country Living is like the whole pack is worth it because of these lights. I just absolutely love them. But this is a house. It could be a rental house. I thought I made it a rental house, but I guess I didn't. So yeah, so this is just like a little Spanish colonial. I did use some of the one pack with the Spanish inspired, like, what? I don't remember. I don't remember what that pack is called, so I apologize, but it has more of like a Latin, Hispanic kind of feel. Anyway, this is the build. And then it's just got some bedrooms up here, which I'm pretty sure I meant to make this a rental, so I'm just gonna do that. A lot of my houses actually look a lot like this, where they're not super cluttered and not super detailed. Partly because like I only build them, you know, for this save, and I'm not really gonna play in them unless, you know, I decide otherwise. But like I typically will put like, I'll make a family and then I'll put them in here, so it doesn't need to be super detailed, but you know, it should have all of the necessary things for Sims to live here. But I don't like to clutter very much. I think sometimes, in my opinion, the clutter can just be a little bit overwhelming, and that's kind of my personality in real life too. Like, clutter just overwhelms me. So that's just my style, my personal preference. So yeah, so this is this build. Okay, I just grabbed the rug again. There's the same problem. Yeah, so this is this build. I did build this completely on my own. I did not get it from the gallery or anything, so I really appreciate it. The sides are a little weird, but Again, I'm just gonna ignore that, okay, and pretend like it's good. So yeah, so that's this build. I'm gonna go back into the world. I did redo the rattlesnake juice bar, and I did redo the gym. I'm not gonna go in it right now, but it is really nice, and you can download it off of my gallery page. Right now it's squidputer. I'm gonna change it actually to Squid Sims, I think, if I can, but right now it's just squidputer. And then just to show you some of my other builds without going into the worlds, this one is in Brittleton Bay, and I actually did like an American farmhouse for this one. I felt like it really fit in. I also used some of the cottage living like animal sheds and things. But yeah, I did this house a couple weeks ago, and I really love it. And then so yeah, so these are all just my builds. A couple of Airbnbs that I did, which are just like rentals. Actually this one is one of my favorite ones. Just like a little rental house, also in Brittleton Bay, I believe. I think it's Brindleton Bay, but I always say Brittleton Bay. I don't know. I think that is all for this video today. Again, I just wanted to show you some of the builds that I've done. I did show you the 2 base game worlds, besides New Crest, and I really hope you like them. I hope you like the style. I hope it kind of gave you a feel for my builds and what's going to be on this channel. I think the next video that I do will actually be either like a build with me or a speed build. Again, like, I don't know how people talk this long, but like my voice is so tired, so I'll probably just do a speed build with a voiceover. But I'm really excited to do this, and like I said, I've had some friends tell me that I should, so I'm super excited, and I hope you stick around. Please hit subscribe if you want to see more, and of course, you gotta say the YouTube things, hit the like button, and tell your friends about my wonderful YouTube channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye everyone!